Welcome everyone at home and here at Factory at our event How to Use a Video CV to Pitch Yourself and on the current job market. We are live on Zoom and we have an audience here, so I'm going to switch the focus once in a while. I'm Johanna Eckart and this event is hosted on behalf of the Women's Circle, so many thanks to Factory, to Tom, I'm not sure if he's listening, but for the support. Logistics, there's some breakfast in the background. If you want to use the toilets, go inside our Factory kitchen. And yeah, we have amazing speakers lined up here next to me. And the purpose of today is to get you guys excited about using video for job applications, as a freelancer, to apply for a flat, whatever you need to. And yeah, first of all, I want to start with the audience here live, or maybe at home as well. Have you ever produced a video CV? Who has? No? Ah, yeah, okay, so the speaker corner has, definitely. Have you been in front of a professional camera, one like this with a microphone? 1, 2, oh yeah, carry for sure. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna start with a quick introduction and some of my own very success stories, how to use a video CV. Then we're gonna move on to Eva Stock. She's gonna share some trends insight to how to actually use video CVs in job applications. Then we're gonna move on to Ania Krol. She's gonna share the freelancer perspective with us. And then we're gonna go to 1 minute video. Isaac and Nadine, they're also doing the live stream here, which is amazing. It's high quality, so thank you guys very much. And we are gonna finish with Pooja Lankers, and she's gonna take us through a vision quest. She's gonna make us confident in front of the camera. She's gonna connect us to an authentic version to ourselves, how to self-promote ourselves in an authentic way, basically. So yeah, very exciting speaker lineup. Let's start. So, what inspired this event? I've been working as a recruiter the last 2.5 years, and the last few months, I can definitely tell there's a shift happening. So, we've got, we used to have the companies paying recruiters to get candidates, talent, but now recently I've had quite a few people coming to me, candidates, offering me commission to get them jobs. So there's a shift happening, and as a candidate, you now have to stand out. You need to be special. You have to, you need to find a new way of connecting to your future company. So this is why we're here, talking about video as one of the tools. Success stories. I love video. I've been doing videos since I'm 8 years old. One of the success stories I had was, very noisy, sorry. Beat 81, does anyone know Beat 81? It's a high intensity training. They're partner of Factory. They offer outdoor high intensity training. And I really love their product, I love their company, so I applied with them. So I shooted some footage, I knew I want to apply for them. And yeah, I created a video recently. It took me more than 20 hours to edit, it's a lot of work. It was 5 minutes, I think it was too long a little bit. 1 minute video I think is perfect. And so I created a video CV, pitched myself, why I love the product, a lot of footage of me doing sports with them. We shooted some drone footage at Tempelhofer Feld, so it looked really, really high quality. And I sent it to the CEO at LinkedIn. I'm connected to him on LinkedIn. And for 2 days, I didn't hear anything. I was like, oh, okay. And then he got back to me. He's like, oh my God, I love the video. It's highly motivating. I shared it with the whole team. So I saw he shared 50 people saw it. So and then said, you should talk to the head of operations. I'm going to connect you guys. So I had an interview. And she also she was, oh, I love the passion you showed in the video. And at the moment, they don't have any openings. But they said the minute something comes up, they're going to give me a call. So I definitely count this as a success story. And I had a lot of talks with Nadine and Isaac. Yeah, what is success? Is actually, I think, it's getting the interview, getting the foot in. People already connect to you before you enter the application process. Okay.
Are we allowed to ask questions?
Sure.
Was it like an open application that you sent in then, you could say? Or did you see that they were looking for people? Or did you just, put the ball in there?
the question is, for the microphone to repeat, if there was a job opening or not. No, there was no job opening. I sent it just so I knew, yeah, exactly. The next time an opening is up, I want to be called first and remembered. Yeah. Any questions? There's another story I thought of sharing because I think it blew my mind how it can connect somehow. Last year I'm very passionate about pole dancing, and I had a performance last year. I trained for 10 years. It was a Christmas party in front of 100 people, and there was one guy in the audience. He later talked to me. I said, oh, anyway, a few days later, he sent me an Instagram message saying we should meet for business lunch. I said, okay, that's weird. Okay. So I took his offer. He was dressed in a suit. We talked, and it turned out he works in the aerospace conference industry. So he's like, oh, I really like, I don't know, I checked your Instagram. Turns out you do a lot of stuff on female entrepreneurship and leadership. And yeah, that's why I approached you. Let's talk. And then he offered me to run a workshop at an aerospace company. So for me, the learning was kind of, once I show up in passion and courage and just being inspired, then it really connects to like really random business opportunities. And this is, I think, the same for video. You show up, you show yourself in passion and inspired, and then people connect to you. And this is, last year I had a very professional video training, and my biggest learning was that it's not about me so much, it's all about the other, same on stage, the other person, the experience on the other side. What emotional experience do I take the people on the other side? So not about me, it's about you. Yeah, so let's have Eva Stock on stage. She works for Jobufo.
Hi.
Take that in the middle. Okay, with the distance.
Yeah.
So yeah, first of all, what does your company Jobufo do?
So basically imagine you're on a career side of a company and looking for a job. Then you've got this odd apply now button, and it opens up a form that is like 7 pages long. You have to fill in all the details. Imagine you're on your smartphone. Most of people don't have their CV ready on their smartphone. So this is something we saw and we didn't like at Jobufo. So we thought there must be a different way. And if you are at one of our partner companies who work with us, you find a button, apply with help, or apply via video, so you can choose what the name of the button is. Then you open it up and you've got a whole different experience. You can easily apply via your smartphone. You can edit your CV there, or even do your CV on your smartphone, so no word is needed, nothing. And the company gets a PDF CV that has attached to it a video or an audio message. So that's a step you can also do as a candidate, to send your first impression via video or via voice message.
How long are the videos?
60 to 90 seconds, so pretty short. So no use for, like, what did you say, 9 hours footage?
5 minutes, but
yeah, but
20 hours
yeah,
to
I know.
edit.
It takes 20 hours to edit. So whenever you're talking to a tech doc person who does it professionally, they say, okay, like 90 seconds for me take 2 hours. This is something that we don't want, because we want to make the process easier for everyone to apply. And so I think also important for us is that on the other hand, I was a recruiter myself, so I want handy documents that are kind of can be put in my process as I want it. So it's we really talk to companies. What are your needs? What do you want? What should we change in the process? And so they said, okay, if it's a PDF, then I'm fine. Just send me a PDF, because I know my hiring manager wants to get something. If it's just the video for larger companies, it doesn't work that well. So what you said for this company, what you talked about, for sure, that's a great idea. But let's talk about retail or typically blue-collar jobs. Then there need to be quick processes, and it needs to be in process thinking of the recruiter. So,
and how do companies at the moment react to video CVs, and what are the trends and statistics?
So when we started 4 years ago, everyone said, yeah, okay, it's nice, but only young people do this. Back then, Snapchat was a big thing. Instagram was in the upcoming. Now, for sure, it's TikTok. So they say, okay, so it's for people who are really self-confident, who love to be on stage, be present. But for sure, there is a truth to it. So we adjusted the product a bit. So you can also just use voice messaging. But we recently did a survey with Technische Hochschule Brandenburg, and they asked recruiters, I think it was about like 120 something recruiters from all industries, would you use technology like video CVs in your process? And they all answered, or not all, but 74%, which is really high, and I didn't expect that, answered, yeah, for sure, I would do this if my ATS, so my career, that applicant tracking system, it's called, would allow this. So the shift is there, but recruiters do tend not to think in software solution. They always want the whole package. So we're a software as a service, so we can really be attached to any ATS that's on the market, so any player that's on the market, and I think this is what is the best part about Jobufo, also for the recruiter. But you can see the shift, and for sure now everyone's at home. You're watching at home. So hi guys, great that you're here, but I guess most of the crowd is watching from home. So everybody's more and more getting used to this video situation, let's say.
And can you share some tips for candidates producing a video?
Just be yourself. I know it's hard and it's easy to say, because when you are pretty young, and we do also have a lot of people who are just starting in the job world, they don't know what their strengths are. So we do have job coaches. If you apply via Jobufo, you get a job coach that helps you through WhatsApp or via telephone to make the best video of yourself you can. And there are just a few tips we give them. So put on something nice, but you have to feel comfortable in it. But yeah, maybe if you're applying for this and that job, maybe try a best shirt and not just a t-shirt. But anyhow, these are just some tiny hints. The next thing is narrow it down. I know you can already tell I'm a talker, so for me 90 seconds, yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. I tried it a lot of times, and it's really hard, but you can do it. So try to narrow it down, bring a focus in. So think beforehand, for what job am I applying? What did I saw maybe on the career page? Can I give something like you did? You know, you put some effort in it, and it should be a little bit of effort. But yeah, we don't expect our candidates to put more than 3 hours into it. So. But yeah, just make this little effort and tell something about yourself. Especially if you're younger, you tend to forget about what you're already doing. So they say, I don't have any extra qualifications. But yeah, you're leading a football team. Why don't you tell them? Because hey, you're a team player. You know how to guide people. You're obviously a go-to person. These are things people want to know. They want to know you, especially in these times. And it's getting more and more into this direction because we are not connected physically anymore. So you have to present yourself in a very personal way, I guess.
And do you have maybe a best case story and the worst case story of a video you've seen?
Yeah, okay. So to be honest, the best case story is a video I thought that someone put really effort into it, because so he used a selfie cam and he was riding his bike while he rode the town. So it was really high standard, but he applied for a video editor job. So so he knew what he was doing. But yeah, it looked really impressive, and it was just cool, and it was an easy way for him to get his video and his skills in the job pool or in the candidate pool. So and I think worst video, it sounds mean, but I saw someone lying on the couch while doing the video, and this was something, okay, we had to address. And but the cool thing is, my colleagues who are in the role of the job coach, they know how to handle every person and to push them gently, but to push them into the right direction. And if we do also have a quality standard, to be honest, and if it doesn't fit the quality standard, we remove video footage and encourage them to do an audio, or we also have an option of telephone interviewing, so one of our job coaches writes a short review, so the company can get to know the person better. But yeah, for sure, then it's not the same impression as via video. But yeah, we have to say it's not for everyone. Yeah. And but I think your story is really inspiring, and I love to hear this. But we tend to forget that we are knowledge workers, so we know, at least we should know how to do those things. But there are a lot of people out there, and most of the jobs that were systemrelevant, there are people working who don't really know or are a bit hesitant to present themselves. So coaching is then a good way to get them to the video.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
All right. How many would you guess, like all the people that are applying for jobs, what's the percent of the people that are actually sending in a video with their CV? So I guess that you send in your CV or resume together with the video, and not only the video,
So from our side, it's like we try to make it 60 to 70%, and we're closely, I think 65% are actually sending in the video. But I think the better number is if you look at the candidates who don't finish the process because of these long forms and all these regulations that most of the ATS systems do have when you click on apply now. There are like there's a 95% dropout rate. So, and you as a recruiter, you don't even know it because there is no trace of it because the ATS doesn't track this normally. And
that's only within your platform. What do you think it's like out in the whole,
as a whole?
That's applying for jobs in Berlin now, what's it like, say this?
I don't have a clue, but let's say maybe. Okay, there are younger people on the job market now, and I know they do it just on their own, maybe 6 to 7%, but not
less
more.
than 10.
Less than 10, yeah. So it's not the majority yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah,
so
we're here to change it.
We're here to change it, yeah.
Another question.
Thank you. I have a question regarding the technical means for filming and for editing. Are you using your own software, which is part of the system, or are you giving them a third party?
No, you can actually you can just upload it within our system. So we've got an app and we've got a web application. So it's also built into the system, but you can also send this to us via WhatsApp because we use WhatsApp for Business, so it's GDPR ready. And if you just record the video on your smartphone, you can just send it to us via WhatsApp for Business, and then we complete your CV for you, and you will see the final result then put together.
Editing of the video?
So if it is necessary to edit it, we will do it. But mostly we encourage people to do one take or to maybe let bumpers in so we can just cut it out, and because of the really close connection to the candidate, he or she will tell us, okay, just watch out, there are some flaws in it, maybe you just can narrow it down, and sometimes we have to cut it because people get in a loop of talking.
You're not expecting the candidates to do the editing?
No. And we don't expect them to really use high-end footage because, we've got also a lot of blue-collar jobs, as I mentioned, so we don't expect this from them. If the lighting is not super correct, then it's fine. It's the human that counts, and I saw so many videos okay, out of the bathroom, which I wouldn't recommend to enter because the acoustic is not good, etc. So, but I also saw some heartwarming videos out of bathrooms, and I thought, hey, as a recruiter, you have to get them the chance for the job interview. It's such a good video. It's such a cool idea behind it. Such a great introduction.
Any more questions? Otherwise, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Ania Krol is next, the Freelancer Coach. She's going to share with us the freelancer perspective, how to use video as a freelancer. And you're a digital nomad as well.
Yes.
You're traveling the world.
Yes.
And you support freelancers.
Yes.
In the lifestyle. Basically.
Yeah, I'm a business coach and I'm working with freelancers. So for people who are just starting or they want to scale their businesses.
And how does the COVID-19 economy look like for freelancers at the moment?
The people are talking about this post-COVID situation, but I would say that it's far from over. We have this economical crisis, and of course, freelancers are impacted by that. And I think what is getting over is that we are getting used to the fact that nothing is stable, that the things are uncertain, and people who are getting used to the stability, they are suffering the most in this volatile situation, right? So for freelancers, they've been freelancers who doubled their income because they were pretty creative during the peak pandemic. And there were freelancers who lost their projects overnight because companies, of course, they are minimizing risks. They don't invest in growth, right? But I think there is and probably you already saw that is a big hiring shift in the market, and companies are cutting costs, and they are starting to shift towards hiring people on the contract basis. Yeah, so the good news for the freelancers who are just starting right now is that the market is still not saturated, that it's still a lot of space for everyone, and it's going to expand more.
Okay. And what are the trends in lead generation for freelancers?
Yeah. So I built my freelance business on the platform called Upwork. I don't know if you've heard about this. Platform is the biggest platform for online jobs, and already I think 2 years ago this platform offered the video promotion, like a VideoCV option. I already saw that 2 or 3 years ago, right? And I saw that not many people were using this opportunity to do that. However, now I'm working with clients who are applying through Upwork or through other websites, and many often clients are asking for a 1-minute video of CV and promotion video. And now my students are coming to me and saying that they will not do it because they feel shy, they don't know how to do it, they don't want to do it. But the fact is that more and more companies are going to ask for that, and because this is the shortest distance between us freelancers and the potential client, for client to know us more, to know our personality, our energy, and for us to have an opportunity to say how we will positively impact the team. So it's not only the fact that we are talking about our skills and that we are creative, but we will show us in front of the camera. So I definitely see the reason behind the fact that we should actually practice that as much as possible as freelancers, because people are visual and that they don't have that much time to read CVs, and the attention span is really low. So yeah.
So how can you recommend freelancers to use the video?
For example, I'm teaching my clients to use this video for sales pitching, for example, and I'm always telling them to focus on several things. So first of all, we need to focus on problem that potential client has. So many often I'm working with freelancers who are looking for clients who are solopreneurs or they have small companies. So we are always focusing on the problem, on the solution, which is our offer, and what makes us different, right? What else? For example, I've been working with a client. She's a copywriter, and she's working with coaches. Yeah. So, for example, like I'm a coach, so as well, I'm sometimes looking for copywriters. So, in her elevator pitch, she's saying that I help coaches to book more calls because you might know for coaches is the most important is to book calls. The more calls we have with clients, the more chances we have that we will get the job. So I help coaches to book more calls through Facebook posts, Facebook social media posts. And it's different because I'm delivering my work up to 2 days, 2 working days, and I offer edits until my clients are happy. Yeah, so this is her elevator pitch in a nutshell. Of course, you can build it a little bit longer if you want to create like 60-second video pitch. But we are in essence talking about niche, about problem, about solution, and why is it different.
And how long should an elevator pitch be?
Yeah, around 60 seconds, not more.
1 minute video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any questions? No? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was the perfect intro to 1 minute video. Nadine, Tschira, and Isaac. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're taking care of the live streaming as well, so thank them again. They can be booked for live streaming as well.
Thank you so much.
So there's a fire alarm here. Let's wait a little bit. So thank you, Johanna. First of all, just so you know, I'm Isaac and
I'm Nadine, obviously.
welcome. And as much as I would like to give you the magical formula to make the perfect video CV so that you could be the one to reject job applications or company from now on, but I'm sorry, there's no such formula because everyone is unique. You have your own story to tell. But I can tell you like 3 things which is really important, I would say. First one is being authentic. Second one is don't be afraid to stand out. And the last one is engaging people with emotion. I know it sounds really abstract, so me and Nadine today will share some personal stories to help you to find out this perfect story that you can tell in your video CV. So long story short, 1 year ago, after traveling around the world, I moved to Berlin to have a new life. And you know, I didn't have a job. I don't speak much German. I don't know much people in Germany, in Berlin. And according to my Google research, that's the perfect formula for not getting any flat at all. In fact, it's mission impossible. But Tom Cruise told me that desperate time means desperate measure. So here's what I did. I basically make a video, and of course I can say in the video that, hey, I'm learning German, I'm trying to find a flat, blah, blah, blah. But I think it won't work like that. So instead, I just play with all the stereotype. I said, hey, I come from Asia, and the only thing I want to do is to work. And that's all I do in Asia, right? So I will always be working. I hate traveling, I hate meeting people, I hate everything, except staying at home and play computer games. But that's good for the flat. It means it's always safe. And since I'm not good at showing emotion with this Asian poker face, so I will never be a drama queen. And it's, again, good for the flat, right? And last thing, I only eat rice. The kitchen will be so clean. So, of course, when I say about this thing, at the same time in the video, I show exactly the opposite, like how I'm having so many German friends cooking together, just to let them know that I'm a real person, I'm open, and like normal, you know? And guess what? This video has been shared quite effectively on social media, and I got several flat offers because of that. And one little secret, there were some female telling me that, hey, we're actually looking for female flatmates. Because of your video, we'll be open to just to meet you to see if it work together. So that's a big bonus for me. So now that I have a flat, what's the next step? Finding a job, right? And that's why we are all here for. And then, you know, of course, I have faced a lot of rejection as well. But then once I find a job that I feel like from the job ad, oh gosh, I really like this job. Have you had that moment like you feel like this must be perfect for me if I can work in that company, right? And I called them, and the HR told me that, I'm sorry, we are almost at the final stage for hiring this person, so we are not really accepting any applications. And I said, oh, that's a pity. But you know, you say it's final stage, but it doesn't mean it's final, right? So there's still a chance. So you have a minute? And she said, yeah. How about I send you a 1 minute video and you can decide later on, but it's just 1 minute. You have this, right? So just watch this video. And she said, okay. So I went home and I go to Google and search how to make the perfect German video CV. And guess what I found? Nothing. The only thing I find is how to be German and how to make this standardized CV structure in Germany. Otherwise, you get no chance, right? And I feel like, no, come on, I don't want to fit in like this. I mean, there's a social norm that we really want to fit in into this society. But think about it. If a German company is just looking for a German employee, and no matter how much I try, I won't be German anyway. And I don't want to lose my uniqueness, my edge, and my special value here. So I just make a video CV telling why they should hire me and what is some unique story about me. Basically, not something you put on a paper CV, something that they can't see. Let's say your personality, your charisma, all that kind of thing into the video. And guess what? They said they're interested and they give me have this job interview, even though the position was almost closed already. So I hope that these little 2 stories can help you to find out what's the best story you can tell. And you may now wonder, but what if I'm so afraid being in front of the camera? So I'm sure the story of Nadine can help you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Isaac, for sharing your story, your personal story, and for beginning this talk. It means the world to me right now, because I'm among these persons who don't like it to be in front of the camera. I'm a photographer myself, and I like to hide behind the camera. So some just screen stage frightening a little bit. It's out of the comfort zone to be in front of the camera. And I don't know if I can give you a little bit of confidence push right here, but we heard already some tips and tricks what to do in front of video. So the first thing is actually just be your own therapist and get out there. Just try it once in a while. It's a fun process itself. It has to be perfect at first place. So you definitely wonder, yes, what content to put, you didn't figure it out yet so far, you don't have the perfect speech aligned eventually, or it didn't come up with the perfect concept itself, but it's actually easy. Just maybe practice a little bit with sending your friend over WhatsApp a little video message or a little voicemail even. Some people even are afraid of making voicemails, or just take first step and take some B-roll atmospheric shots while you're doing sports, for example, showing your hobby. So the first thing is just get out there, just present yourself and try out. So it's always good what you are, where you are right now. It's just enough, and put yourself out there. We definitely, and as a team, come in when it comes to a huge project and every kind of success. It's a team sports, so we can help you out there. It is all the time a huge thing to sit together, to have a briefing, no matter if it's corporate, in a company, it's a team, or it's just one person, to tell the story. We have a lot of clients who would like to present themselves but really don't know what to say. And it's about also the technical details. So think about, I know these people are out there, it's like, my latest iPhone is just high quality. I need to address that right now. And yes, it is. It's quite good though. But think about how, for example, your voice sounds sometimes. It's just speaking better to you if you listen to a podcast nowadays than 3 years ago, or if you're listening to music through a speaker. And that's where we can already help you a little bit and take that challenge of also putting your special character and person into one little 1-minute video. Yeah.
Thank you. And it's really great you mentioned about this total package, because I think a lot of people, when they think about making a video of yourself, what do? You take out your phone and start, hi, my name is this, blah, 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 and then you tell your story, right? I think this is actually a good start, but you know, if you really want to stand out among all the other competitors, think about that. It could be your own storytelling, because even let's say if you mention that you have these hobbies of cycling or doing different types of sports, but it's only from your voice, only from your speech. What if you can actually show some of this scene of you doing sports, like running with other friends? Because we are all visual creators, right? Because when you see something, you really can believe it, even though it would be like 2 seconds of you running. No one knows about the rest of the story. But still, by showing something like this, people can feel you, they can believe you much easier because they see what you are doing. And of course, in the video, sometimes I also add a little bit of music, because I believe that everyone has their own taste of music. And with the music, it's actually connecting more to your speech and what you're doing. It just creates a whole package of emotional feelings. And when people feel good about you when they watch your video, I think that's the moment that they feel like, I'm curious about you, I just want to meet you. And that's the bonus, because you want them to talk with you, and then you can make the best out of the interview. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I would just like to share that little client that we have been working recently, which is really interesting. That is, I'm
They
just
got
checking.
it covered. They've got
Okay.
it covered.
That is, she's a developer, and when you think about developer, it's like really technical, right? But at the same time, she actually loves playing classical music. She likes a little bit of singing and reading poem and reading literature. So when she came to me, she feels like, hey, I don't like people put me into boxes, because when they think about developer, they think about maybe like Matrix, hacking some stuff. Sorry, I'm not so technical, but this is what people have this stereotype about developers. And our task is to actually show the other side of her, because she likes to use more cultural approach, another different kind of approach, like from the artistic point of view, to solve a technical problem. And again, you just really can't show this kind of stuff in a normal video. So I was really happy to work with her to solve how she can show the best version of herself in different phases in this kind of way. Yeah.
Exactly.
And one last thing is that, just my final tips I would like to share here is that you don't have to be the perfect speaker in order to make this perfect video CV. There are many ways to tell a visual story. It can be even like interview style. You just pick some like really interesting question. For example, I know that Tinder used to suggest this, like there are like 30 questions to get to know someone, or maybe fall in love with someone within, 5 minutes, something like that. So pick up some interesting questions that you want to answer to show your value, your belief, and just answer the question instead of just making this perfect speech if you are not like a public speaker. And so that's just another way you can present yourself there. So I just hope that this little check here can help you guys to find out your own story, being authentic, showing emotion, and don't be afraid to stand out. Yeah.
Do you have any questions so far?
I was thinking if you send in a 1-minute video for a job, is it good or bad then to just rumble your CV very shortly, like your skills, your education, and all that? Or should you just tell your own personal story?
And I'm sure some actual expert can better answer this question. But from my perspective, what I like to do is that I send a normal professional paper CV, of course, yeah? But at the same time, I show them another video that is showing my personality, like the fun part, the more down-to-earth part, because people want to see you as a real person. So in this case, then you can better show the two different perspectives of yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they complement each other.
Yeah. And I think that's what is missing in a paper CV, right? So
The soft skills, so that you really show your values and why you would be a good fit for this company, why this company needs to take on your personality. I think it's about the soft skills and this showing in a creative way, yes. Yes.
Thank you for sharing your experiences, first of all. I was wondering, I'm not sure I got you right. You were mentioning music, right?
yes.
How do you would suggest to choose the music for the kind of customer or potential hiring party? Because I was wondering how to make sure it first of all fits the style, and then secondly doesn't distract from what's being said, because it has a rhythm, obviously. So does the speech. It's not sure your thing. Do you record it together? Do you put it on afterwards?
Thank you for your question. So I forgot to mention the question in front of the microphone. So your question is how to utilize music to actually upscale or elevate the effect or the impact of the whole video CV, right? In my case, it depends on the client. Sometimes they want to talk about some personal stories showing their vulnerability and then showing their transformation. So in this case, I normally use some not really sad and cheesy music, just a bit more, not so upbeating in the beginning. And then when he or she mentioned that what she has done to change herself to be a better person, and then you just transform to some transformational music, like how you watch some motivational video or something like that. You don't have to be so cheesy about it. Everyone has a different style, but find something that really reflects how you feel about yourself, your journey, and that music will just amplify the effect. Or maybe you can also add some,
Yes, it's definitely also not on while you're speaking. It's definitely just shown in the transition times. And it's a tricky question though. It's a lot about just taste. You definitely need to choose the music with the client. And then if it speaks to you or not. It's difficult and unique to everyone actually.
So normally what we do is sometimes we just find free music that we find would be perfectly for this particular person to show his or her story, and then I just let them choose which three of them is the best, because if you show them the whole album, come on, it's really hard to choose the best music, right? But if you just give them 2 or 3, then they will have a better, it's an easier decision. Yeah. You're welcome.
Any more questions?
Yeah, Jobufo.
So what do you do if it doesn't work out for the client? Have you had experience in this field? Because a Jobufo is something, we have to deal with every day, and then, what is your approach to that?
So the question was actually, was there any, let's say, not so successful case after using the VideoCV to get a job?
Never had that.
I,
What did you do? I guess your client is not only applying for one job with
Exactly.
this video, right?
Yeah.
So, but maybe it was a dream job and he got the sign or she got the sign, and then what's...
Yeah, so I think normally when you make a video, I just have to for applying for the job. Basically, of course, in my personal opinion, it's always best to customize every single application. But come on, we cannot produce every single video for this job we apply. That would be taking too much effort. Unless that job you feel like is the one job you really want. Of course, you spend more effort. And I just want to clarify here a little bit that as much as VideoCV can help you, there's no guarantee that a VideoCV can get you the job. For me, what's the most important thing is that sometimes it's not that your CV is not perfect enough. It's that no one even noticed you at all. But by doing having a video to show your character, show your personality there, you're already so much better than all the other candidates already. So this is my approach. And coming back to your original question, I don't have too many statistics to let's say make a conclusion how to handle about these unsuccessful cases. But most of the time, what I've experienced is that even if you just provide a video, you already be so ahead of anyone already because people at least notice you. But how you handle the interview is more on your side. So that would be my answer.
There's already, additional to that, a good practice already for the job interview.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
So, we're gonna have our last speaker now, Pooja Lankers. Some of you know her already. And yeah, she's a dear friend, mentor, business partner of mine. We run UNIKIND CODES together, where we bring transformation to companies. And she's gonna present or use one of the tools we're using with companies today with you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna hand over to you.
Yes. First of all, I want to really say thank you for this great event. And you know, when you work with professionals, it's a total different setting. So I had the chance to work a couple of times with Isaac and really take this chance to work with someone who knows what to do and to bring you to your sweetest spot and to a powerful spot, because this really helps a lot. And you know, just recently during the Corona crisis, just as Johanna said, we work a lot also on C-level, and they had suddenly to communicate in cameras, and they were not used to it. But you have to give video messages also to your people. You have to be also firm on Zoom. You have to learn how to connect through a camera. This is nowadays just a standard feature. We all have to learn. So to use it now, to learn it now properly also in your CVs, I would say this is an ability, a skill everyone has to know nowadays. And I want to talk to you today a little bit more about a deeper connection level, because what I also saw right now, I observed you, and many of you are using this part. But the real thing is here. Oh, that was the mic. The real thing is here. You know, also when you're touched by something, you would never ever say, oh, this really touched me. No, you would always say, this touched me. And I want you first to stand up now and to bring you a little bit in a different zone before we go in a vision quest, where you go deeper to what's your authentic being. This is from Donna Eden. She's a world famous energy medicine worker. And I love this kind of exercises because it brings you very fast in a different state. So first you take your right hand, you put it here towards your shoulder, and you just pull it through your body. I have to be careful with the mic, so you really do it powerful. This is just balancing your energies, and then you start touching yourself here. And then here. Super. And here, I cannot do it properly, here in the middle, there's the thymus gland. And here, where's your spleen? Super. Now one more thing, you put your hands towards your eyes and you breathe in. By breathing out, you bring your hands towards your temples. Then you breathe in again and breathe out. Breathe in and now bring your hands behind your ears, along your neck, and just hang them in your neck. Super. And now breathe in again and bring, while breathing out, your hands towards your heart. So this is where I want to have you. You can sit down, please, again. I want to bring you more towards your heart because, as I said, the center of our being is here. This is our self. And you have a total different connection level if you are at your heart, if you're connected to your soul consciousness. The vibration is very different and the frequency to connect to someone is also totally different. And you know, I learned very traditionally Ayurveda, which is the science of a deeper consciousness and self-realization and the science of actually human technology. And my teacher, he always said, you know, when you really want to connect to someone, when you really want to reach someone, you have to give a commitment. And through this commitment, you build self-trust because you know exactly what you're going to give to that person. And through this commitment, you activate this trust also in the heart of the other person. And they're immediately connected. And it doesn't matter if they're here, if they're 1,000 miles away, if it's through a camera, it just doesn't matter. They made experience and a really proper research at HeartMath Institute in California, and they can measure that our heart can send frequencies over 5,000 miles. So when you are talking to someone through a camera, imagine really this person you want to reach. Imagine this target group you want to reach. Either these are human resource people or like Johanna did it, she directly talk to the CEO. So be aware to whom do you want to connect, to whom are you talking, and which commitment are you going to give. And we can only give a commitment as far as we know that we really can give it. So this is why it's so important that we know ourselves and that we really are convinced by what we have to give, by really what we want to give. It's also a big factor, what we want to give. And to be more clear in that, I want to do with you all a vision quest, which means we go now more in our superconsciousness, which comes more here from the self, where we are deeply connected to our heart. And here we get different answers about ourselves, who we really are, where we really, in which direction we want to bring our life. Because maybe you want a job right now, but you also know that in 2 years you want to be on a different direction. So that you align it right now, because only then you are powerful. If you know who you are, what you want, what you have to give, and then you will have a very grounded and connecting energy. And this reaches people. They don't know what you did. They just feel that they are connected. So if you can make it happen, that people who are seeing you through a camera feel better after seeing you than before, then you got them. And this is naturally when we connect. And the deeper your connection power, the more you can make people attracted to you in a very authentic way. Not that you have to manipulate or that you have to sell yourself. No, you connect. You mean this person, and if this person really feels, wow, they fit to us, it's done. So I want you now all to sit comfortably and if possible with 2 legs on earth. It's a little cold here, no? So are you okay? Can you hear me there? Okay. And now we use some human technology to go deeper into relaxation zone, because we need at least alpha wave brains, which means our consciousness allows us to go deeper and to get more informations, but more self-acceptance, more self-trust, more self-realization, which is actually self-confidence, because whatever I have realized about myself, whatever I know about myself, I can reflect, I can give, I can expose. And then it's always natural. So we are using now the hack to look up. You know, if someone is telling you a deeper question, asking you a deeper question, you naturally look up. It's like, okay, I have to think about it. So we know it. When we're looking up, we go in a deeper state of thinking, of feeling, of giving. So this is what we're doing now, and we combine it with a deep breath. Yeah, also breath workers, she knows about it. When we are breathing deep, there are receptors in our lungs which are activating the parasympathicus. This is all technology which is built in. And also we have different other methods to really activate deeply this parasympathicus, and then our consciousness opens. There is no other choice. This is imbibed. This we all got. So we are doing it now. Please look up into your eyebrows. Really roll your eyes really up, up, up. And breathe in deeply. And breathe out. And roll your eyes even more up. Breathe in and breathe out. Open your eyes and look up, 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 up. Super. Very good. And breathe out. And now close your eyes. Just leave them very relaxed. And feel in the area of your eyes, are they tensed or are they now really relaxed? And follow for a moment the pathway of your breath. Feel the little wind entering at your nostrils. Feel the movement in your chest. How your breath widens your chest, gives space, gives vitality, awareness. How your breath opens you. And now go deeper into your belly. Feel how your breath is moving your belly. Really allow this movement of the breath. Breathe in deeply and out. All your nerves, all your muscles turn loose now. And you can hear now all the noises around you. You know that people are around you, but all this is right now not interesting. You really want to look inside. This is what really excites you, what interests you. And I want to give you a small example how powerful this insight is. The pictures we are giving ourselves inside, how we're building up connection inside. You imagine now a beautiful lemon tree in front of you. And one of the lemons really pulls you, attracts you. And you pluck it, and you cut it into two halves. And with your right hand, you bring it towards your nose. You smell the flavor of the lemon. And now you press it a little bit from outside, and you can see already it's super juicy. Now you bite in the lemon, and the lemon juice creates immediately saliva in your mouth. This is how powerful these inner pictures are. So for your body, it doesn't matter if this lemon is there or not. We just create through our mind. And we even create more through our heart. This is why it's so important that you really have a powerful picture about yourself, about your vision, about what you want to give, about how do you see yourself in this job you're looking for. It has to be really powerful. So I want you now to go deeper and wider in your vision. There's now in front of you a golden staircase, descending 10 steps. And you walk now up the first step. Wider, deeper, opener, the second step. You open yourself. You go deeper into your system with this third step. You feel secure, protected, and open to see something new about yourself. wider, deeper, the fourth step. Now you can feel, hear and see your feet landing on the fifth step. You love your golden staircase, go deeper, deeper on the sixth step. You open your heart on the seventh step. Go into this wide consciousness of yourself. You feel floating, very open and accepting on the eighth step. Wider on the ninth step. And now you reach the 10th step. Now you entered your vision landscape, where you're really yourself, where you really can see yourself, feel yourself, be excited about yourself, and at the same time you feel really secure and convinced about who you are, what you are. This is your environment. This is your visionary land. Look around you. What is there? What kind of landscape is it? What kind of people are there? Who are you in this environment? What do you realize about yourself? What is it really what you want to give? Be a very aware observer. Collect whatever informations you get. Be accepting and open to learn more about yourself, to be clear about yourself, to allow yourself to show you your vision. What is it where you really want to go to? What is it what you really want to give from your heart? Who are you? Receive now all the gifts you have. See them clearly. What is it what makes you unique? What is your special feature? Make it now really big in your heart, your special feature. Be proud of it. Be happy to have it. Be grateful to have it. And allow yourself to see from this place into your future. How will this unique feature serve you? Where will it guide you to? With whom are you want to work? What are your people in life? What is your direction you want to go? Whom do you want to influence and inspire? What is it what you're really here for? What is it what you really want to give? Who are you? What are your values you can really rely on? Like a foundation you can really strongly stand on, which is immediately there if someone asks you, what is it really what you stand for? What are your values which make you feel good about yourself, secure about yourself, convinced about yourself, being connected? And now you can see yourself connecting to many people from this inner state. You can see how people are open, feel comfortable in your environment, want to come close to you, want to work with you, want to create with you. See them coming to you. See yourself how much you like it connecting to people, being with people, giving, inspiring, creating, serving. See how it all comes naturally, very easily. Feel this inner joy and lightness. Feel this love in your heart when you connect, coming from a state where you really feel you are yourself. And this is the state you give yourself the promise now you want to rely on. This is the state where you first bring yourself into before you connect outside. You commit to first to connect inside before you get outside. So that your radiance, your connection power, your inner joy and lightness can really radiate and be contagious to other people. You can see now yourself being successful because it's natural. You're attractive. You attract all this what belongs to you, which comes naturally, authentically. Invite it all. Invite it really in your life. And be aware, of course, there are self-doubts, there are this inner saboteurs like, I'm not enough, I cannot do it, I will never ever will do it, I won't even start. And be now committed that you know your inner spot, your inner place of power, of connection, of love, of giving and serving. And once you connect there, it's very natural for you to go outside and to really give your best. And with this trust in your heart, with this natural realization about yourself that this spot, this capacity, this state is always with you. You just have to enter it. With this deep conviction that it's always there for you, you're coming now back and open your eyes when I count until 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and open your eyes. So really take whatever you have seen deep in your heart. And it's also a good opportunity to just start now. We can do, for example, now little videos where you just naturally speak for a couple of seconds who you are. Just start now. Then the first step is done. And it's actually, it doesn't matter to whom we are communicating. If we are communicating to a camera and imagining all these beautiful people there, if we are looking into the eyes of someone, because our heart is actually connecting and speaking. Do you have any questions? Or feedback, how it was for you? Thank you. It really makes sense. First, before you do something, first get aligned and connect inside, because then the outcome is always totally different. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I'm still a bit in a different state. It was a very deep experience. I've done a few of them. They keep on sending me the same messages. I now have to listen to my own subconscious mind and vision. I hope you enjoyed this event. I'm going to send an email next week with the help of Factory with the contact details of everyone or the speakers involved. There's going to be a recording of the event as well, which I'm going to be sharing. Thank you guys, the speakers again for today. Thank you Factory. Thank you for watching. Thank you audience. And yeah, have a wonderful day.